Welcome to LiciaToday. So today I want to talk to you guys about how you can design your whole entire ornament inside of Canva, and then you can download it to your computer, and then you can import it into your xTool creative space to then just cut it out or add more designs if you please. So if you're interested on learning how to do that, let's get started. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to go into Canva, open up a document of whatever size you want. So in this one, I just did like an 8.5 by 11 page, size page. We're going to go over here to Elements. And I just want to let you guys know that I do have the pro version, so you can also do this with the unpaid version, but you might not have as much access to the different designs. So if you see right here, you have the different designs that says pro. That means you can use these. So if you don't have the pro account, anything that has these crowns that says pro, you won't be able to use without getting the pro account. I know that they do have free trials if you guys have not signed up for that, so then you can do it that way if you would like. So the first thing that we're going to do is I am going to go to silhouettes. So I usually type in here, I'm going to do ornament. So you can do silhouette, outline. You can try both to see what it comes up with. So if I do silhouette, I'm going to grab this one right here. So this will just be my ornament right here. So that way I don't have to worry about making the hole or anything. So you could just start with this, and then you just go to find Christmas designs. So in here you can type in, say, gingerbread house outline. So you want to do like an outline or like a silhouette, so that way it's just black and white. Makes it easy for you to combine things since they're all the same color. So you can just keep it simple and just find one that you really like, or you can do that one that's really has a lot of design to it. So this one looks cute. So I'm just moving it until it says that it's centered. I'm trying not to have like this little area right here, so I'm just going to size it down just a little bit more to see if I can get it to not overlap and to still be centered. Okay, there we go. So then if you want to add some more to this, you can, or you can keep it like this. So I might look over here to see if there is some snowflakes. So try to look for stuff that has like a little bit of a thicker border on it, so that when it cuts and stuff, then you don't have that much of a problem with it cutting things out. So I'm just going to size this down there. Okay, so that's one. So you could just add a page if you want to do another one. I'm just going to delete the elements in this one and keep the ornament. And then for this one, I'm just going to do like gingerbread. So I'm going to do gingerbread outline. And this one is something cute you can do. Maybe you can make one that's like for a family. So then what you could do is you can get as many gingerbread as you want. So say if you wanted to do one with your kids, say if you had like 2 little girls and a boy, then you can do something like this, and you just size them down. You can grab something like this, and I'm just gonna try to put it here at the bottom. That you just have to keep sizing it until you can get it to fit. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add some more of these in so I can build it up higher. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're just going to keep adjusting it until you have everything look the way that you want. Alright, so then next what you're going to do is you're going to go over here and you're going to go to share and you're going to download. And so like I said, since I have the pro version, I can do the transparent background, and or I can make it into a SGV, so like a cut file. So this is what you can do if you want to be able to cut it. If you want to engrave it, just do an SGV. But if you do a PNG and you just do a transparent background, it's only going to give you the option to be able to engrave it. But if you are able to do this part, you don't have to make an SVG. I can show you how to make it into a cut file if you would like to. Okay, so what you're going to do is I'm going to do a transparent background. and I'm just going to leave it as a PNG, and then I'm going to download it. I'm going to change the name so that I know what this is. So okay, so like I said, I'm going to go here, share, download, PNG. I'm going to make it a transparent background, and then I'm going to hit download. Once it's finished downloading, I'm going to go into xTool Creative Space, open up a new file, and then I'm going to go here to this image icon. I'm going to click this, and then I'm going to find the images that I just did. So they're already here. First one, and so you see that one came in just fine. Okay, and then I'm going to open the second one. All right, so then you could just size them down how you want. So I already have this in inches, so I usually like to make ornaments that are about 3 inches. Same for this one. 3. Okay, so I know those look really tiny, so we're just going to zoom in. And so if you look here, like I said before, it only allows you to engrave these. So if you look on this one too, it only gives you the option to engrave. Okay, so we want to cut these out. So what you want to do is you want to select one of them, like your ornament. You're going to go over here to outline. You're going to uncheck this box here. And then you can size this however you want. If you want to have a bigger border around your ornament, you can, or you can size it down to a smaller one. So I'm just going to do 0.01 so that it's really tiny. So then it's right there behind it. So what I want to do now is I want to go over here to the circle, and I'm going to create a circle that's the same size as this hole so that we can have a hole cut out in the backing of the ornament as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to unlock this, and we just want to make it the same size. So I'm going to make this one 0.165, and then I'm going to lock it back so I know that it's the same size. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to zoom in so we can make sure that this circle is the same size. So you can see it's not. So I'm just going to drag it. Okay, so that looks like that's the same size there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom back out, and I'm going to take this ornament here and I'm going to move it to the back so that I can select this ornament, and I'm going to move this one out of the way. And then what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to highlight both of these, and I'm going to do subtract and overlap. So this causes this to become one piece, and then it makes this hole cut out. So if you go over here to engrave, you'll see that the hole is there. So then when I put this one back on top, then you'll have the ornament here. So then all you have to do is it'll cut this part out here, and then it will engrave this. So if you want this part to be engraved, this part will be engraved, and then the back one will be cut. So then you can have an ornament that has this part here. So then what you want to do next, put some text. You could do text, and you can just put Merry Christmas 2024. And then you just size it down. You can either size it down by doing the edges here, or you can size it down up here but I'm just going to do it here. I feel like it's easier to do it this way. Then you can just center that there if you like it. And then you can also have this be to engrave as well. And I'm going to change this to black. Let's see. So that we know everything that's in black is engrave, and then this blue would be cut. So that's that one. For this one, we're going to do something different. So we're going to make this one cut out. So you want to do again, I'm going to go over here to the settings, and I have it in inches. I'm going to change it to millimeters for this one, and I'm going to do outline again. Okay, so this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this checked, but I'm going to change this to 0. Okay, so then when I move this out of the way, let's see, here you go. Then you have your cutout right here. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that where it was. Okay, so this is going to allow me to do the cutting of the ornament out and have this part be engraved. Okay, so then once you have that done, then you want to just make sure you have the settings correct for everything. So I'm going to go up here to user defined material, and I'm going to change it to this 3mm basswood plywood. I'm going to push confirm, and this other one is set to cut. And so I just want to make sure that these settings are good here. Okay, so I want to make sure this background one is set to cut as well. The color black would be set to be the engraving, and then the blue color right down here will be set to cut. So then if you look right down here at the layers, you could see the order that it's going to do it in. So it's going to do the engraving first, and then it's going to cut second. So I'm going to close that out, and then we're ready to go to the xTool, my xTool X1, to then make these ornaments. Alright, so I have these little pieces of wood that I purchased from Michael's. So you can just grab like little pieces to do like test engravings and cuttings and stuff, so that you're not wasting, I don't want to say wasting money, but so that you can practice with cheaper materials. So I'm just going to show you guys how to do it on here with these two. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the distance measurement. Get the distance measurement is you're going to make sure your S1 is connected, or whichever engraver you're going to be using, and then you're going to hit this auto measure here. This measures the distance from your material to your laser. The next thing you want to do is you want to do your marking. So you're going to hit this marking process area, and I'm going to hit this rectangle, start marking. So since we have two pieces, we have to do the marking twice. So then what you're going to do is you're going to get the corner. So I'm going to make sure this is even in here. Okay. So you're going to get the first corner here. And then you're going to hit your button that is located in front, right here, every time you get your point. So you have your point up here, and you're going to move this down here to this corner, and you're going to hit that button again. You're going to over here to xTool Creative Space, and then you're going to hit end marking, and you're going to mark your second one. So then you come back here and you go to your second one. Do the first top left and the bottom right. So then you go back to xTool Creative Space. You should see your 2 squares here. You're gonna hit end marking and done. So basically this is showing you where on your honeycomb or on your base plate you have your ornaments. So you want to place your ornaments inside of those squares you just marked. So I'm looking at it here and it looks like they can be bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight them again and I'm just going to make them bigger so that I can make the ornaments a little bit bigger. Do this one too. So all your settings and stuff will be the same. You're just making your ornament just bigger inside of your square. So I'm just trying to center it here. Okay, so that looks good to me. So then the next thing you want to do is you want to go over here to process. So you're going to hit process here. And then I like this new updated preview here in the xTool Creative Space and the most recent version that I downloaded. And down here it tells you how long it's going to take. So it says it's going to take 14 minutes and it shows you how it's going to engrave everything. You're going to hit start. Okay. Make sure you close your lid. So that's what I just did. I'm going to confirm it and then I'm going to do process again. And I'm going to hit start. You hit start in xTool Creative Space, you're going to hit the button on here to start it. See if I can get you guys a little closer. So like I said before, the first thing that it's going to do is it's going to engrave. So that's what it's doing now. Sometimes I do put in the little clips that holds it down, but in this case I didn't do it this time. But if you feel more comfortable with having that in, you can do that. So I have the new IF2, and so far I haven't figured out how to actually have it link up, so I need to do that as well. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and I am going to change this to the setting I want. And then as you can see, it's engraving this one right here. So I'll come back to you guys when it gets done with this first ornament engraving and then it gets to the second one so you guys can just see how it's going. Alright, so it finished engraving everything. So right now it's cutting them. So it's cutting out the second ornament. And pretty much it is done now. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it on just a little bit more so it can suck out whatever fumes and odors from the wood that's there. Okay, and then I'm going to put this on auto. Alright, so it's done. Alright. So this is that one where, here, let me get better lighting. So there's that one and then this one here. These are so cute. All right, so let's take these inside because I don't know if you guys can see these that well. Actually, let me just close this light. You might can see it better like this. All right, so that's it, you guys. So this is the one to where it is engraved for both the ornament and the images and the wording, and then it just cut out the whole ornament itself. And then this one is where I did basically an outline of the whole entire ornament so that it could cut out the ornament itself and the whole, and then it engraved everything else. And I think they came out beautiful. Those are very cute. Thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Take care. Stay blessed.